Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of connecting the dots, though we may not always see how in the moment. Every experience, every setback, every triumph, it all shapes the path ahead. Sometimes what seems like a mistake turns out to be the best thing that ever happened. Sometimes the road you never planned to take leads to the destination you were always meant to reach. Passion is the fuel that keeps the fire alive. If you haven't found what you love, keep searching. Don't settle. When you find it, you'll know, because every day will feel less like work and more like purpose. It won't always be easy, and there will be moments of doubt, but the only way to do truly great work is to love what you do. There's a ticking clock on all our lives, and none of us know when it will stop. Knowing that time is limited should be the force that drives us. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. None of it will matter in the end. The only thing that will matter is whether you live true to yourself. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Loss is inevitable, but so is growth. Sometimes life will hit you hard, leaving you breathless. When that happens, remember, falling isn't failing. The only true failure is never getting back up. Hard times are not the end, they are the turning point. Every setback is an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to come back stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. You are already naked. There is nothing to lose. Life is unpredictable. Every moment, every decision, every twist in the road leads to something bigger. It's easy to feel lost, to wonder if the struggles and setbacks mean you've taken the wrong path. But looking back, everything starts to make sense. The pieces fit together in ways we never expected. What seemed like a failure becomes the reason for a breakthrough. What felt like rejection turns out to be redirection. There are no wasted experiences, only lessons waiting to reveal their purpose. Trust that every dot will connect in the future. When things don't go as planned, don't lose faith. The job you didn't get, the opportunity that slipped away, the sudden detour, each of these is shaping a story far greater than what you can see now. Some of the most successful people in history faced failures that felt devastating at the time. But those very failures led them to something extraordinary. They embraced uncertainty, believing that somehow the dots would align, and they always do. If you only walk paths that feel safe and predictable, you might never find the road that leads to something incredible. Sometimes the greatest moments in life come from the unexpected, the unplanned, the mistakes that turn into miracles. The world has a way of guiding you, but only if you dare to trust the journey, even when you don't fully understand it. The world is full of people who settle for jobs they don't love, routines that drain them, and lives that feel ordinary. They tell themselves it's practical, it's safe, it's the responsible thing to do, but deep down, there's a quiet voice whispering that something is missing. That voice is right. Life is too short to wake up every morning dreading the day ahead. It's too precious to spend chasing someone else's dream. If you haven't found what makes you come alive, keep searching. Don't settle. The greatest achievements in history didn't come from people who played it safe. They came from those who refused to accept mediocrity. The ones who kept pushing, kept questioning, kept searching until they found what truly ignited their soul. The ones who didn't choose a path just because it was easy, but because it was right. They understood that real success isn't measured in money or titles. It's measured in passion, in the fire that burns inside when you're doing something that matters. It might take time, it might take failure, it might take walking away from comfort and stepping into the unknown, but when you find what you love, everything changes. Work no longer feels like work. Obstacles become challenges worth overcoming. There is one undeniable truth that too many people ignore until it's too late. Time is limited. No one gets an infinite number of days to figure things out, to take risks, to chase dreams. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. Realizing this should not create fear, it should create urgency. It should push you to stop waiting, to stop hesitating, to stop living as if you have forever, because you don't. So many people put their dreams on hold, waiting for the right time. They tell themselves they will start next year, next month, next week. But the perfect moment never comes. The excuses pile up. The fear of failure grows stronger, and before they know it, they look back with regret, wondering what could have been. But those who truly understand the value of time don't wait, they act. They take risks. They chase what sets their soul on fire, knowing that every day wasted is a day they will never get back. If today were your last day, would you be proud of how you spent it? Would you be content knowing you gave your dreams everything you had? Or would you wish you had been bolder, taken more chances, followed your heart instead of the expectations of others? The truth is, most of what we worry about, the fear of failing, the fear of judgment, the fear of uncertainty, none of it will matter in the end. The only thing that will matter is whether you truly lived. There is no rewind button in life, no second chance to relive the moments you let slip away. So don't waste time living someone else's dream. The world is filled with voices telling you what to do, who to be, and how to live. From the moment you are born, expectations are placed upon you by society, by family, by friends, by people who believe they know what's best. Some will tell you to play it safe, to follow the rules, to fit into a mold that was never meant for you. But if you live your life trying to please everyone else, you will wake up one day and realize you never truly lived at all. The most successful, the most fulfilled, the most extraordinary people in history have one thing in common. They didn't let the noise of the world drown out their inner voice. They trusted themselves even when others doubted them. They followed their instincts even when the path was unclear. They understood that no one else could see their vision the way they could because it wasn't meant for anyone else to see. It was meant for them to create. When you listen to yourself, when you block out the distractions and focus on what truly matters to you, that is when real magic happens. That is when you find clarity, purpose, and direction. The opinions of others will come and go, but the voice inside you, the one whispering your dreams, your desires, your ambitions, will always be there. The only question is, will you listen? There will be doubters, there will be critics, there will be moments when you feel alone on your journey. But the people who change the world are the ones who refuse to be controlled by the expectations of others. They are the ones who step forward, who take risks, who dare to be different. You have one life. Don't waste it living someone else's version of success. Trust yourself, follow your instincts, and never let the noise of the world silence the voice inside you. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Too often, people see failure as a dead end, a sign to give up, a reason to stop trying. But the truth is, failure is never final unless you allow it to be. Some of the most successful people in history have faced devastating setbacks, yet they refused to let failure define them. Instead, they used it as fuel, as a lesson, as a stepping stone to something greater. Life will not always go as planned. You will make mistakes. You will take risks that don't work out. You will put your heart into something and still fall short. But every failure carries a hidden gift, the opportunity to grow, to improve, to come back stronger. It is in the moments of struggle that true character is built. It is in the moments of doubt that resilience is born. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to stay down. Think about it. Every major success story began with rejection, loss, or disappointment. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed keep going. They learn from their mistakes, they adapt, and they refuse to let setbacks define them. They understand that failure is not the end of the road. It is simply a detour leading to something better. If you have failed before, congratulations. It means you tried. It means you were brave enough to step outside your comfort zone. Now the choice is yours. Will you let failure stop you? Or will you let it shape you into someone even stronger? Will you let it break you, or will you use it to build something even greater? The answer to that question will define the kind of life you live. Fear is the greatest barrier between you and the life you truly want. It whispers in your ear, telling you that you're not ready, that you might fail, that others will judge you. It convinces you to stay in your comfort zone, to take the safer route, to avoid the risks that could lead to something extraordinary. But here's the truth. Everything you want lies on the other side of fear. The people who change the world are not fearless. They feel the same doubts, the same insecurities, the same moments of hesitation. The difference is they refuse to let fear control them. They take action despite it. They understand that fear is simply a test, a challenge, meant to see how badly they want something. Every great achievement, every bold decision, every life-changing moment comes with uncertainty. But those who dare to step forward, even when fear is screaming at them to stop, are the ones who break barriers and create legacies. Think about the moments in your life when fear held you back, the times you wanted to speak up but stayed silent, the opportunities you let slip away because you doubted yourself, the dreams you put on hold because you were afraid of failing. Now, imagine what could have happened if you had just taken that leap. How different would your life be if you chose courage over fear? Fear will always be there. It never truly disappears. But you have a choice. You can let it paralyze you, or you can let it propel you forward. The people who live with no regrets are the ones who refuse to be prisoners of their own doubts. They chase their dreams, take risks, and embrace the unknown. Because in the end, the real failure isn't falling. It's never trying at all. One day you will look back on your life, and in that moment, you will either feel pride or regret. Pride that you took chances, followed your dreams, and lived life on your own terms, or regret that you played it safe, let fear hold you back, and never truly went after what you wanted. The difference between these two outcomes isn't luck, it's choice. Every single day you make a choice to settle or to strive, a choice to listen to your doubts or to silence them, a choice to live a life that excites you or one that merely exists. Too many people spend their years waiting for the right time, the right opportunity, the right circumstances, but time doesn't wait. The perfect moment will never come. If you don't take action now, you may wake up one day realizing that life has passed you by, that you traded your dreams for comfort, that you let fear and hesitation write your story. But life is not meant to be a series of what-ifs and missed chances. It is meant to be lived boldly, passionately, and without regret. The greatest risk in life is not failure, it's never trying at all. It's getting to the end and realizing you spent your days living someone else's version of success, that you let society's expectations dictate your choices instead of chasing what truly mattered to you. No amount of money, fame, or approval from others can replace the satisfaction of knowing you lived authentically, fearlessly, and with purpose. If today were your last day, would you be satisfied with the life you've built? Would you look back and smile, knowing you gave it everything you had? If not, then it's time to change. The moment you think you've learned everything, you've already started falling behind. The moment you believe you've reached your peak, you've stopped growing. The people who change the world, the ones who build legacies, never stop exploring, questioning, and pushing the limits of what is possible. They stay hungry for knowledge, for improvement, for new experiences that challenge them. They stay foolish enough to believe that there is always more to discover, more to create, more to achieve. Complacency is the enemy of greatness. The second you settle, the second you start thinking you've done enough, you begin to lose the spark that once drove you. Those who continue to evolve, who embrace the unknown with open arms, are the ones who rise above the rest. They never let success make them comfortable. Instead, they use it as a stepping stone to something greater. The world is constantly changing, and those who refuse to adapt, who cling to old ways of thinking, will be left behind. But those who remain curious, who keep learning, who take risks that others are too afraid to take, will always be the ones shaping the future. They are the ones who redefine what's possible. They are the ones who create something extraordinary. As we come to the end of this moment, I want you to carry with you one truth. Life is a fleeting gift, and it is yours to shape. The road ahead may be uncertain, and there will be obstacles, failures, and doubts. But remember, the greatest journeys are never the easiest. They are the ones where you dare to step off the beaten path, where you challenge yourself, where you risk everything for what you truly believe in. You may not always have control over the circumstances life throws at you, but you do have control over how you respond. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a chance to rise again stronger and wiser. The only way to truly fail is to never try, to never take that leap, to never go after the things that set your soul on fire. Your life is yours to live. Your dreams are yours to chase. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the courage to act, the resilience to push through the hard times, and the belief that you are capable of greatness. Oh, I challenge you. Don't wait. Don't settle. Don't let the world tell you who you should be. Trust in yourself, follow your heart, and take risks that scare you. Embrace the unknown, learn from every failure, and most importantly, never stop being hungry for more. More learning, more growth, more passion, and more purpose. As we reflect on the journey of life, we realize that every step, every decision, and every moment is an opportunity to craft a story that is uniquely our own. Life will always present challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt, but these are not to be feared. They are the very experiences that will define our resilience, strength, and ability to overcome. The true measure of success lies not in avoiding hardship, but in how we rise after each fall, how we persevere when the odds seem impossible. Each of us has within us the potential for greatness, but it's a potential that only becomes realized through action. Sitting back, waiting for the perfect moment to arrive, or thinking that success will somehow find us is a mistake too many people make. The truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The opportunities you seek will not wait for you to feel ready, to feel prepared, or to feel that the timing is just right. You have to create that moment. You have to take the first step, no matter how daunting it may seem. You have to choose to begin the journey even when you don't have all the answers. The road to success is never a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, detours, and sometimes the most unexpected lessons. Along the way, you will face failures, setbacks, and doubts. These are inevitable, but they are not the end of the road. They are the stepping stones that pave the way for something greater. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to get closer to your true purpose. The only real failure in life is giving up, walking away from your dreams because the road got tough. And remember, failure is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of courage, of trying, of pushing yourself beyond what you thought was possible. What makes life truly extraordinary is the willingness to embrace the unknown. It's the courage to step into uncharted territory, to take risks that may not guarantee success, but that promise growth. If you are too afraid to take risks, to follow your passion, to live authentically, you will find yourself at the end of your life with regret. You'll wonder, what could I have done? What could I have achieved if I had only dared to believe in myself? Don't let that be your story. Don't let fear of failure or judgment hold you back from living the life you were meant to lead. Remember, the world does not need another imitation. It needs the real you, the person who is willing to break the mold, to challenge the status quo, and to redefine what is possible. It needs the courage that comes from pursuing your passions, the creativity that comes from thinking outside the box, and the commitment to making a difference. You are the architect of your own life, and every choice you make shapes the future. Do not wait for permission from others. Do not let society's expectations dictate who you should be. Trust yourself. Have the courage to follow your dreams, no matter how unconventional they may seem. Be hungry for knowledge, for new experiences, for challenges that will push you beyond your comfort zone. Stay foolish enough to believe that anything is possible, that no dream is too big, and that the future is in your hands. As you walk through this life, know that you have the power to make it extraordinary. You don't need to wait for validation from others, nor should you let the fear of failure paralyze you. The road is yours to take, and the only thing standing in your way is your willingness to move forward. Embrace every opportunity with open arms, be relentless in your pursuit of growth, and live each day as if it is the most important one, because it is. In the end, the question you'll ask yourself isn't what could I have done, but what did I do? Did you follow your passion? Did you push through your fears? Did you create a life that you can look back on with pride and satisfaction? Don't leave it to chance. Live boldly, live passionately, and live without regrets. The world is waiting for what only you can give. So go out there and make it count. Make your life extraordinary because you have the power to do just that.